What the f? I made this video because I find that many of you own players like Pick. Hey guys, and welcome back for another video. Today we are going to talk about 10 players most of us own, but these 10 players we should avoid for the start of the season. And at the end of the video I'll mention my essentials. About 4 players are logged in my team for the start of the new season. First one to avoid will be Pickford from Everton. I have 3 reasons to avoid Pickford. If we looked at between him and Johnston, I think they have similar fixture, but regarding stats, if we looked at this graph, we find that Johnston is better, and it looks like Pickford's not a better pick than Johnston. Pickford is worse for points per match, expected goals conceded per match, even the goals conceded for the last 8 game weeks, and the expected goals conceded for last 8 game weeks. Pickford is better only for saves per match, slightly better, not a huge difference between them. If we looked at the final 8 game weeks, best teams for expected goal conceded will be Aston Villa and Crystal Palace. Liverpool are the top 3 teams for defensive stats. I believe Onana at 5.0 millions, Flicken from Brentford, and Brighton goalkeeper, and even Johnston are better picks than Pickford for the start of the season. My second one to avoid for the start of the season is Areola for only 4.0 million. It looks like Fabianski is still the favorable and first option for West Ham. West Ham United was ranked the worst team for expected goal conceded for the final 8 game weeks last season, and for me, I think my bench enablers might cost me lose some budget and may affect my team value, so picking the right one with low ownership will help me, as players with high ownership may be sold earlier, so when many of the managers sell him, expecting a faster price drop and losing your team value. Third one will be Luke Shaw from Man United. Yes, Luke Shaw is a big avoid for me for the start of the season. Onana at 5.0 million will be a better option. I think Onana is good for pass accuracy, for bonus point system, and for saves as well will be a good option for saves and bonus point system for 0.5 million less. In addition, I think if we looked at the first 5 game weeks for Man United, it seems like only 2 clean sheets, not more than 2 clean sheets for the start of the season. We can't ignore that the Egyptian King is one of the best and always in the top 3 FPL assets every season, but Liverpool fixture for the start of the season are tricky ones. If we looked at the first 8 game weeks, we find that only 3 games at home. Liverpool are suffering away from home, only 3 times at Anfield for the start of the season. Even if we looked at the fixture, when we look at the Liverpool fixture, we find that they are facing teams like Chelsea, Newcastle United, Tottenham and Brighton. All of these are away from home. Even against Aston Villa at home, it will be not an easy team, and as we mentioned before, Aston Villa was the best team for expected goals conceded for the final 8 game week last season. Aston Villa improved very well with Unai Emery defensively, so I might wait. Second point is that besides game week 2, I mostly want captain Mo Salah for the opening 8 game weeks. Will be mostly Haaland and sometimes player from Arsenal or even Man United. So Salah is not a captaincy option, will not captain him, and with tricky fixture while and during this period we will find that players like Brighton and Brentford midfielders had 4 game weeks at home during the opening 6 game weeks. Arsenal and Man United have also many home games and many easy games to target. Getting Mo Salah means using 2 of these players. These players combined will get some points and will outscore Mo Salah for the opening 8 game weeks. Newcastle United fixture put me off their assets. Botman and Trippier will be avoided for the start of the season. I know Botman is underpriced, but as I mentioned before, bench enablers should be players with low ownership, so getting Botman may cost you lose some team value, as you may get 1 price drop. Trippier was 4th best creative player in the league after Bruno Fernandes, Kevin De Bruyne and Trent Alexander-Arnold, but I will wait and see, and this will lead us to another point, another player to avoid, which is Kevin De Bruyne. Yes, Kevin De Bruyne is great talent and great creative player, but I he's injured now and his fitness worries me since the last season. I think he will not be nailed for Man City this season. He might sometimes may be replaced by players like Foden and Alvarez. I will avoid him for the start of the season. Another player who is doubtful and his fitness worries me is James from Chelsea. I think I will deal James as a wait and see. He might be a great bargain, but I will wait for the first 2 game weeks to monitor Chelsea form, their new tactics and James' fitness. So in game week 3 will be a great chance and better chance to get Chelsea defenders. Ben White from Arsenal is another player. I think he is overpriced and I think Timber may affect his minutes during this season. Ederson is a very low ceiling goalkeeper. He is very poor for saves points, for bonus point system. I think many cheap goalkeepers can outscore him. Every season many goalkeepers outscores him. I think, and I prefer players like Ake, Akanji, Diaz from Man City defense and even Stones for a better attacking threat. The last one to avoid for this video is Ferguson from Brighton. Low expected minutes due to the fact that Brighton has many forwards and due to the hectic schedule. I will wait and see for his minutes, but mostly I will avoid him and go for another Brighton midfielder. Regarding my essentials, I think first one for me and for all of you is Haaland. Haaland is the most owned player. He is top scorer last season. He's the main man and talisman from Man City for a good fixture. He's a captaincy option for most of the game weeks. So Haaland is the first one to own. Second one will be a midfielder. If you look at this chart for the top midfielder last season, we'll find that Mo Salah is the best attacking threat, followed by Rashford from Man United. But Bruno Fernandes is great and better for creativity and for assist potential. If you compare between Arsenal midfielder, it will be Saka versus Martinelli. Martinelli has better stats regarding goal threat and creativity, but Saka is more nailed, better for expected minutes and for penalties. And Saka will be my second essential from Arsenal. Regarding the third essential, I think it will be another midfielder. I think it will be essential to get one Man United midfielder for their great fixture and for their great stats, for their attacking stats. I think Rashford is great for attacking threat, for goal threat and for goal scoring, but Bruno Fernandes is the top for big chances created last season and second for expected assets. Bargain for only 8.5 million, but I will wait for the preseason to see if he plays advanced alongside Mason Mount or not. If he plays advanced, it will be logged in my team. May get both of them, may get only one, but I think both of them deserves their price and will be interested to own any of them. Final one and the fourth player, which I consider him as an essential pick for the new season. I think he's a player playing as a defender for a good attacking team with a good opening fixture. I think he has great stats last season and have some great holes. Will be Stubenian from Brighton. I think he's very well picked and is underpriced. I think at only 5.0 million will be great bargain from Brighton. Hope you have watched my latest draft for the new season. Thanks a lot for watching. Can you leave a like, subscribe, found it helpful, and your comments are welcome.